Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. My today's video is going to be pregnancy update. So I wanted to give you an update of my first 3 months of pregnancy. I know the last time I spoke to you I was very confused and I was freaking out about this whole new experience. So in this video here I just wanted to give you a quick update on how everything has been, because initially I thought I would be doing like weekly pregnancy vlogs, but then that turned out to be quite difficult for me because I had so many other things to do, so many things on my schedule, so I just didn't have time to like sit down weekly and talk about my pregnancy. So I did a little clips here and there about my feelings and you know what's been going on and all. So I will try to incorporate that as well in one video, but now I just wanted to sit down and talk a little bit about what my experience has been so far. So as you guys know, this all started very you know, it's been like a mixture of emotions to me, and mostly I was focused on my fear, on a lot of my fears, especially on fears of blood exams and just all kinds of tests that I need to run, and fears of just, you know, future, and fears of pain and birth and labor and just going to the hospital. And I can still say that I don't see anything past the labor. Just, you know, I'm telling this to anybody who asks me, you know, my focus, my fixation is the labor, you know, labor and, you know, just going through labor, surviving the labor and experiencing that pain. And I look at this event as like labor is like big black hole and there is nothing beyond it. So that's just a very negative way of thinking, and I know that I just need to relax and enjoy these months. Like everybody tells me, just enjoy your pregnancy, you know, everything will come naturally afterwards, but I'm so scared of numerous things. Of course, it's just my nature. I always think, what if this goes wrong, what if that goes wrong, and you know, just crazy things going in my mind. But I am trying to be calm. Whenever I have those thoughts, I also try to think that I have to live in the moment, and I have to remind myself, you know, if today everything is fine, then I have a good reason to be happy and enjoy this day, just enjoy today. So that's been helping me out a lot, you know. I'm still trying to fight all my negative thoughts and just, you know, my nature, because this is how I, you know, function mentally. So anyway, my first trimester, I can say that, you know, if we ignore my mental state of mind, you know, physically I was very lucky because I did have nausea, like every single day I had nausea. Sometimes I would get them in the morning, sometimes during the day, sometimes at night time, but it would, you know, come every single day. Sometimes I would go throughout the day without no nausea, but then at the evening there it was, you know, it just had to come. So I did have that awesome experience of nausea every single day. But I can say that it was quite bearable for me. Fortunately, I never threw up, and it never came to the point where it was unbearable. So I was able to live with my nausea. I was even able to travel and do things, and I was just feeling, you know, nauseous and not so good, but it was not anything dramatic. Some women are experiencing much bigger problems when it comes to nausea. And my nausea started like at 7 weeks, I think, and it lasted, I'm not sure, I think it was like 14-15 weeks, maybe even earlier than that it stopped. So it wasn't that big of a deal. I was tired. I remember that my granny was here, you know, staying. She was here visiting me, and she is quite old, and I really needed to take care of her, so I was cooking her lunch and dinner and preparing her breakfast and taking care of her, and taking general care of her, and thinking about her medicines and everything. So I was so tired, you know. I was it was just crazy. In the afternoon, like at 2 p.m. I always went to bed. I never slept because I don't like to sleep during the day, but I went to bed just, you know, to lay down, to relax, to catch up on some YouTube, just watch things on the internet, which is something I never do. You know, during the day I'm very active, I always work, you know, do my things and all. But all these 3 months I was like, you know, keeping it a little bit calmer and just, you know, was just taking it slow because I was feeling quite, you know, tired, and I really felt this lack of energy. Another thing that was very strange for me is I didn't have any particular needs, you know, when it comes to food, but all the food that I loved eating was just so repelling to me, you know. It was just so disgusting. Even the thought of me you know, eating something that I used to love, it was just so disgusting. For example, mango. I adore mango. I normally adore mango, but during this first trimester I just hated the idea of mango. If I thought of mango I would feel nauseous. I had some mango in my fridge, and I had some ice cream mango and whatnot, and I gave that all to my husband, and when he was eating it I was like, well, nauseous, you know. So that was very strange. Also, I always preferred vegetables, very light cuisine, and now I was just feeling nauseous whenever I thought of like aubergines or courgettes and vegetables in general, like cooked vegetables. It was all very unappealing to me, and I actually started, you know, like craving for meat and red meat, which is something very unusual for me because I don't really digest well red meat. Red meat is just something I don't eat that often. I like it occasionally on the barbecue, but not anything that I would, you know, go for even when I'm at the restaurants. And this time I, you know, caught myself ordering red meat, or when my mom was cooking lunch for me I was like, yeah, red meat, okay. So that was very unusual for me. So basically I was going in the supermarket feeling all nauseous about the things that I used to eat, and I was looking at food and, you know, just thinking, okay, this might not make me nauseous. So I ended up returning home with like snacks such as potato chips, like salted potato chips, which is something I never eat. My hubby was looking at me, you know, he was like laughing at me like, what's going on? So, and that was quite strange. Also, I'm the type of person who loves, you know, sweets, I mean chocolate and ice cream and all. And in that first trimester I did not crave for sweets. I kind of eliminated sweets from my daily diet, and I just went for salty things instead. I ate a lot of tomatoes. Tomatoes were what was like making me feel good. Olives as well, and just, you know, potato chips, stuff like that, and meat. Yeah, so that was quite crazy, and I thought, you know, I can't wait for this period to pass because I really want to go back to my normal, you know, diet and just my normal food regimen, because I know I feel better when I eat these things. So luckily my nauseous passed and now I can eat pretty much everything, but I still do have these like cravings for meat. So during my summer vacations in Croatia we did barbecue numerous times, so that's really funny. But I am slowly like returning on my regular diet. Of course I had to eliminate a lot of like sugars from my diet. I have to avoid glucose, and just I eliminated basically whole processed sugar from my diet because my glucose levels were a little bit higher than normal during pregnancy. I mean, it's not anything that was super high or anything like that, because I normally always have more or less these levels here. So just now in the pregnancy, I really have to be careful about those things. So I limited all the processed sugar. I have like ice cream once a week. If I eat like carbohydrates like pasta or bread or pizza, I try to eat it like once a week. If I will have pasta, I will avoid pizza. If I will have pizza, I will avoid pasta and things like that. I cannot renounce of fruits, because fruit is something that I adore, but I do eat less fruit than usual. I used to be like fruitarian. I mean, I ate a lot of fruits, but because they contain sugar as well, not the bad sugar, but they contain sugar as well, I just, you know, limited a little bit the fruit that I'm taking in daily. And I cannot say that I eat for two. I do have appetite in terms that I have to eat more time during the day, and when I feel hungry, if I don't eat, I just go crazy. I just like go really mad, and I just feel this urge to eat, you know. Before I was pregnant, when I felt hunger, it wasn't such a big deal, you know. I could handle it until I prepare myself something to eat. But now when I feel hungry, that's just like the end of the world. I have to eat like immediately. I have to satisfy that hunger, because otherwise I feel just very weak. So I do need to eat frequently, but I don't overeat. I don't think I gained the weight. I mean, nobody noticed that I was pregnant actually. Nobody noticed that, but yeah, I just, my belly grew a little bit, so yeah, that's basically the only change that happened, the only physical change on my body so far. Throughout the first trimester, I also was feeling nauseous whenever I felt like strong scents, so I did started using bio oil, but I felt it has got too strong of a scent to me personally, so I stopped using it and I replaced it with some other natural oils to prevent stretch marks that I use on a daily basis, like 100% pure natural oil, sunflower oil, rose oil. You know, I will do a separate video on that as well. Now I can turn to bio oil as well, because I don't mind the scents anymore, but I stopped using, in my first trimester, I stopped using a lot of body creams, a lot of perfumes, a lot of things that were really scented, and a lot of things that I used to love. Even my daily moisturizer I didn't mind at all before, but now I was like, oh no. So that's another thing that was going on. Yeah, I think my first trimester went pretty smoothly. I was pretty lucky, but at the same time there were a lot of things going on in my mind, as you guys know that. It was very hard for me to adjust to, you know, being pregnant, to just expecting a child, to being a mom in the future, and I also had all these really big fears. I still have them about the pain in childbirth, obviously, you know. Yeah. And I was kind of wondering about, you know, body changes. I really didn't want to show off my pregnancy, and I was, you know, worrying about having like this huge belly growing on me. So I don't know, I just couldn't connect with this whole pregnancy stuff, and I just couldn't relax and just, you know, enjoy it and go with the flow. So there were a lot of conflicts going on in my head, because at the same time I was very worried about the child, and I just wanted the child to be healthy, and just to, I had these fears that something might go wrong. So at the same time I was worried about that. I really wanted the pregnancy to progress nicely, and just I wanted everything to be fine, but at the same time I was very worried about me being pregnant. So I just don't know, it was a whole kind of crazy mixture of emotions. Now I will have another update for you how I feel after this first trimester, because I'm at my second trimester now. So some things have changed, some things have started to change even in my head, and I'm happy about that. You know, I'm thinking, you know, in a more positive way, most days at least. During my first trimester I took only acido folico, like, I don't know, acid folic, I don't know how do you say it in English. This is what my gynecologist prescribed, and now I started using more supplements and more vitamins and all that things that I will talk about in another video. I did not have any problems such as constipation, luckily, and if I had those days when I ate a little bit more meat that I know that is a little bit harder to digest and less vegetables, then I drank a lot of mineral water that contains magnesium, so that really helps your whole digestive system and it keeps it functioning. Also, good thing is to have supplements such as probiotics, because those will also help your digestion system to function better. In the first trimester I was really thirsty. I have to mention that I felt so thirsty, like nothing could satisfy my thirst. I even went to sleep every single night with a bottle of water, and I was waking up throughout the night to drink. I said I will drink like the whole water there is on this world, because I felt so thirsty. And also I had to go to pee a lot, so yeah, even during the night sometimes I would wake up even 3 or 4 times, you know. Okay guys, I could definitely babble on, and you know, my memory card just went full. Anyway, I wanted to wrap up this video. I will do a separate video to let you know other updates, like currently what's going on with me, and also I'm going to do a video on how I found out I was pregnant. I think that's going to be interesting for some of you who are interested in all this pregnancy stuff. Also, I did have planned some pregnancy outfit of the days and things like that. Let me know if it's something that would interest you. I know a lot is changing right now with me and with this channel too, but I don't want to transform this channel, you know, into a pregnancy channel. I want this channel to have a variety of different content, so I hope you enjoyed watching this update of mine. Thank you so much for supporting me, for all your kind words. It really means a lot to me, and it really kind of gives me strength and courage and motivation. So I hope you will keep supporting me. Okay guys, I will talk to you soon in my next video. Ciao!